So finally, I'm just going to do a quick explanation of why it doesn't matter if the letters you have in your bag are capitals or lowercase. Now, a lot of schools and teachers will disagree with me on this, and that's absolutely fine. And obviously you have to teach your children whatever way you see fit. So whatever you think and whatever your school is telling you to do at home, you do that. This is just my way. This is the way I taught it. This is the way I was taught to teach it, if that makes sense. And I think it makes the most sense. So I teach my children the letter names because as they get older, they're not going to spell out their names when they're 12 to their friends as e, w, a, n. They're just not. The letter names are there for a reason. Letters have names. They sing the alphabet song as A, B, C, D. They need to have a connection between the song they sing and the letters they see. The letters have names. We need to teach children right from the beginning that they have names. Secondly, the letters have names. That's the letter name, but the letters can make sounds. So an E can make the sound E, but in Ewan's name it doesn't. So for me to teach my son Ewan that this capital E makes the sound E is very confusing because in his name it doesn't make that sound. And so I think by teaching children 3 different versions of things makes it more complicated and more difficult, and especially with children with dyslexia, they like to have it broken down more clearly, I think, is helpful. So here's an E. It can make the sound E, and it quite frequently does, and that's what we're going to learn first. It also can make the sound U, E, lots of other sounds. So there's no point in teaching them that an E is an E, because it's not. It just isn't. So that's what frustrates me. So the reason I teach my children letters and sounds like that is for that reason. So I always say to them the letter names. Ewan knows all of his letter names, and we're now working through what sounds those letters make. So he knows an R is an R, he knows an S is an S, and now I say to him, and what sound do those letters make? And he says S for S, or he says R for R, and then we talk about where does it come in a word, and we start to play around with the sounds and how they sound. Now, I know schools do the sounds first because it's a lot easier for a child to hear something and then relate it to a letter. And it makes total sense. And I'm not going to obviously stop or try and totally revolutionise that. I just think that it should also be introduced the letter names as well. And because it stops the R and S, which happens, which isn't anything. So R and S isn't a sound or a letter. It's just this weird middle thing that we all seem to do with kids. So when they say your name is Sarah, S, A, R, A, H. Sarah, that doesn't sound anything like Sarah's name when she blends it and puts it together. Sarah. She's just totally baffled. So by doing the letter names and the sound, it makes it much more clear. I hope that makes sense. I've rambled on for ages now, but that is why I do it that way.